This is Gamer Weekly, bringing you the latest of what the video game scene has to offer. On today's episode of Gamer Weekly, I have Totemic Entertainment, and we'll be talking about Tribocalypse. Alright, and welcome to another episode of Gamer Weekly. With me today is Totemic Entertainment, and it is Marko and Stefan that are with me today. Thank you so much for coming onto the show.
Hello.
Hello.
So, tell me a little bit about your latest game, Tribocalypse.
Well, what can we tell about it? We've been developing it from the beginning of August this year, 2016, and it was supposed to be a spin-off of our main game, just Tribocalypse, which was not VR, but the VR one has now become kind of our main project. So our whole team is working on that one now, and we were quite lucky. We could use the art assets, for example. We could bring them from our main game into VR. So for the last 2 months, or actually month and a half to the release, the biggest thing we've done is programming. And Tribocalypse itself is a wave shooter archery game at the moment, but we're planning to add more features to it, and in general make more content for it.
So currently, it doesn't have a story to it yet.
Not yet. We do have lore, and we're trying to connect it with our main game and the VR version, but we haven't finished it yet. We haven't finished it in a way that we could totally release it to public.
But it's totally awesome, though.
Oh yes, it is.
It will be.
So, what made you guys want to go with the Vive as the VR support for it?
Mainly because it was available for us. And out of the other options, it also seemed the most fun. I think that when we started developing it, the Oculus remotes were just released. I'm not sure, but
No, we haven't.
Okay, but yeah, mostly because the Vive was available for us. That's why we chose that one.
And so, like, did you guys face any really hard challenges going through like VR and doing like the motion track controllers and stuff like that?
Well, the bow development has been quite a challenge. You know, it's something we've developed from the beginning of the project, and we've almost finished it. But through testing, it seems that we still have some job to do. So that has been one of the most difficult parts, and mostly because it's VR. It has to feel good and real in players' hands. So yeah, we can say that this has been our main biggest challenge, to make that mechanic work and feel right.
And so, with being an early access game, what made you guys want to do early access instead of like a full-on release?
Well, we wanted community involvement, and we wanted to ship the game as soon as possible to get some feedback for it.
Yeah, because we have future plans, we have documentation and ideas written down that we want to do, and we can see that the Tribocalypse could become a game with a lot of content. So if we had released the game in full version, then it just seemed right to release it in early access. We've been developing it for a very small amount of time, and it just didn't seem to fit the full release title yet. And just like Marko said, we wanted to release something. We wanted to see that what that experience was like.
And so, what are some of the things that you guys are wanting to add in the future, basically?
Mostly content in the way of game mechanics, enemies. We're trying to make enemies different from each other as possible. We don't want it to be like it is at the moment, where there are tribals, the enemies you fight against, and who have just a different set of weapons. And even right now, the only difference there is a visual difference, but we want to bring in a mechanical difference as well, give abilities to enemies. And the other thing we want to do is bring more options for a player to fight against waves of enemies, and that's going to be in the way of new weapons. We're going to design our levels in a way that we're going to promote basically intelligent play. So it's not going. We don't want the player to have a very hectic feeling while he's playing. We want to give the player different options. We'll be adding teleportation to our game, and one idea is that the teleportation, the spots where the player can be, are not there to just bring the player closer to the enemies, so it's easier to aim, but also giving each spot different functionality. So we're gonna bring this kind of content into the game that will make it more diverse than it is right now, and possibly more fun to play.
So are you guys strictly going to keep it single player, or are you guys wanting to incorporate multiplayer?
We've thought about multiplayer, but the thing is that we have many content ideas that we'd like to add, and we simply don't have the time to do both. If we're gonna implement multiplayer, then it means that some content will be kind of lost. We simply wouldn't have time to do that. So yeah, right now we're probably not gonna make it into multiplayer, but it's something that's not totally like pushed into the corner and forgotten. So maybe, but if, then in the far future, not right now.
So yeah, no, it's an idea. It's something that it's like, well, if we get there, maybe.
Yeah, no, because it's yeah, if we get there, but I don't see us getting there in the near future, and by that I mean like in the next couple of months or so.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe after we have enough content so that the game would be fun in only single player, and then add multiplayer to it. That might be possible, but at this stage we can't really say anything else on that.
And so, when do you guys plan on adding another like more content to the game? Do you guys already have like a schedule out for it, or have you guys not announced anything yet?
Yeah, we have scheduled, but not sure. What is next for us?
We do have a schedule. We have a design document. There are like, for example, there are different enemies that we're trying to do. Concept is being drawn. Models are being modeled and textures made at the moment. So yes, we do have some kind of a schedule that keeps us going. We do have certain mechanics, certain enemies planned. So yeah, definitely there will be stuff coming.
But we are not right sure when and what.
The exact date we're not sure about.
So with using the Vive, have you noticed anything with people playing the game that they're doing that you didn't expect that they would be doing?
Oh yeah, all the time. I don't know. There are so many things. Bombs. We didn't see they would be so overpowered, to be honest, because we mostly, when we test and play, we mostly use bow. So that was kind of surprising.
also, some people, especially when it's the first time, they well, we're so used to it, but they often get either afraid of the height. You know, our player is standing on a pretty high ground, and also right now in the middle of the
Platform.
in the middle of the platform there's a little tree branch coming out, and people like really avoid it, and when they start walking around it, the wire, for example, starts going in circles and getting messy. We didn't see that one coming, for example. We did not walk around the pillar like some players do.
And so, with having your game in early access, I guess it gives you like a better feedback on what exactly, like what you would need to add to the game or something. Like, oh, okay, cool. Well, they're doing it like this. Well, maybe we should try and change it and do it like this or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That was also one of the reasons why we went into early access, to get feedback from the players and to see if we're going in a very wrong direction with something that could immediately be pointed out by players. So that is that I think that was a good strategic decision.
Indeed, it was.
And we already have received some feedback, for example, on the bombs or the bomb locations, or for example, the level was very easy in the first version. So we actually, in one of the patches, which we released a day or two after our early access release, for example, we made the valley level a little bit more difficult than it was. So yeah, early access is like a really good thing in that manner.
Well, all right, guys. If you guys want to check out Tribocalypse, it is on the Steam store right now. It is in early access, and yeah, you do need a HTC Vive. So if you have one, hand it over. I want to use it. Also, you can play Tribocalypse with it. So, and it's the only one that you can use it with right now. So if you have the VR, why not pick up Tribocalypse? It's only $7, and it's a pretty awesome game. All right, and no problem. Thank you so much to Marko and Stefan here. I greatly appreciate that you guys came on to the show here.
Thanks for inviting us.
Hey, no problem. And yeah, if you guys like Gamer Weekly, share it with your friends, every single one of them, and your dog. Why not? Also, we're on SoundCloud and iTunes. It's pretty much iTunes.com/GamerWeekly and SoundCloud.com/GamerWeekly. Pretty much any website /GamerWeekly. If it's not there yet, I will put it there. All right? And thank you guys so much for listening, and have a nice day. Thank you for listening to this week's Gamer Weekly. This is Justin Banster signing off.